Hey, here's Master fans. We are back and we're working with both the Legend Packard Bell 610 and our custom built Pentium Pro system. And what we're doing today is we are working on getting MS-DOS 2.11, the Epson Equity distribution for Epson Equity 1. And we're going to try and get it on one of these 88 3M 5 1/4 floppy disks. But the unfortunate part about the CD drive in the Legend here is it doesn't want to read a burned CD. So we had to go to a more modern machine. Of course, this machine doesn't have the floppy for the 5 1/4. So we're going to have to dump it onto a 3 1/4 inch and then put that into our Legend. And then hopefully we can copy that to our big floppy. So in Windows 98 here, we've got this all set up. Now this is a online distribution, but you can see it's one disk. And so we're just going to need to copy over all of this information onto our 5 1/4, which is not a lot. But as a bonus, I'm also going to copy over a special little game that we're going to throw on to the Epson to see if we can work that color graphics card and get that to play. And that'll go on a 5 1/4 floppy here that we're going to go ahead and hopefully get working on that as well. So now that we've got this on our 3 1/2, let's go ahead and get the Legend hooked up and see if we can copy files over in DOS. Alright, we've got the Legend fired up here, and I did finally fix that power button, but I have to say on this little higher HD TV, the picture on the VGA is just fantastic. Really pleased with how this looks. This is going to be a great dual setup, especially now hopefully finding out that I can use one to move files from CD to floppy to floppy to floppy, which is going to be a huge boost to getting things going. And just as a quick shout out, also have the TRS-80 hooked back up, so we'll be doing some more contact with that shortly. Just a little bonus. Let's go ahead and get into Windows 3 and see if we can't copy some of these files over. Okay, here is the ultimate test. See if we can get File Manager to copy onto our 5 1/4. Alright, disk is coming up as unformatted. We're going to go ahead and format. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's see how long this takes. I've never formatted a floppy of this size before. I'm really hoping that the format will match the Epson. We'll have to see. Real patience is remembering what we had to go through in the early 90s to do virtually anything on a computer. Infinite patience is having to use 4 computers to get one to run, and so far we are basically there. So in total, aside from my base machine that I do all my video, podcasting and stuff on, we've used the Pentium Pro system, Packard Bell. We'll be running it on the Epson Equity 1 and the Acer I tried to use on it. I'm going to count it as 4 computers that have gone into this operation. We're not even there yet. We still have to hope that the formatting of this disk is going to be compatible for the boot to Windows that we're ostensibly going to be able to do on the Epson. Now, side note, I do also have MS-DOS 6 now that I can put onto floppy disks, so if we find any other older systems that may work better on DOS, we could definitely do that. Although I kind of doubt I'm going to have anything that's going to run strictly off of DOS aside from this Epson Equity 1. But so far so good, and this is the MS-DOS 2.11 Epson version that was bundled with that system when it was sold. So I was able to find it online. I'm really hoping that this works and we get to see the Epson actually running in its intended mode. All right, that should do it. We should have Epson Equity 1 MS-DOS 2.11 bootable disk right here. Okay, we're back at the Epson. Power on. Again, we've got noise in our picture, but the real test is this going to boot with our new boot disk in the drive? Keyboard error, which I believe we can fix if we need to, but let's just see if... Okay, so we might need the keyboard in there. Let's go ahead and get that taken care of. Okay, so I'm not sure which one is drive A, but we do have a keyboard now. It's on a DIN converter, which may not be a guarantee that it'll work, but I'm hoping that it should do the trick. Still getting a keyboard error. Non-system disk or disk error. Well, it picked up the key strike, I think. So maybe not. Let's try the second floppy. I'll go ahead and hit the reset switch on the front here so we can avoid the complications of full power down. And now we're not getting any video signal. Which is interesting. Okay, doing a full power off, power back on. And hopefully this time around we get a composite signal back. Interesting. Now we're not getting any composite video, which we were getting previously, so that doesn't quite make sense. Try a reset again. No video output. Okay, well, Okay, good news is, after unplugging the composite cable and plugging it back in, we do have our video signal back. Still getting keyboard errors. I'm guessing that's the DIN converter. It's not liking that. Still getting a disk read error, which again, I was thinking might be along the lines of just an incompatible disk, but it could also be that the floppy drive itself is not stuck down very well. So now that I know I've got a good floppy lock on it here, let's go ahead and power off and power back on. Keyboard error and system disk error, and a little less noise on the picture now, which is kind of nice, but we're still getting that keyboard error, so not sure what we're going to need to do here.